All right. Well, guess what? We're live. So
Jody's crawling around on the floor.
well,
That's his punishment
I
for
got
the
my
day.
laptop down at the bottom, and we're going live on the restream. We are live from the Lone Star Museum at another Aviation Detailing Association training. Super excited. We have Brett Berry this time, and of course, Josh Hernandez. Last time we were all together was in at the RoadFS Center.
Yeah.
So we got quite a lineup of students here. So So what's in store? I mean, not only we also have Giancarlo from Miami.
Yep,
who's
and we
part of
had
that.
Todd Helmer from RoadFS earlier. So this is a little bit more of an intimate class.
We've got Rod and Jody here.
from RoadFS.
The software gods.
Just
Right.
the guy.
This is cool because like a lot of times you go to a museum and it's the same every time. This is like absolutely 100% completely different. I mean, this is totally changed around. It's going to be different tomorrow because they're going to take some of these planes out, and these all fly, which is the coolest part to me is you walk in and you can actually smell the
oil,
fuel.
the fuel,
Yeah.
gas, and yep.
Some of it's like getting a blood transfusion. You get a little bit more of that.
Is that tool time?
That's awesome. So we got 3 days here with you guys, right? So I think a lot of times, and we were kind of joking about this because we're cleaning this tiger behind us, this
Flying
stunt
tiger.
plane, the flying tiger, and we were talking about whether we wash it or pressure wash it, or how do we wash the plane? Because you see a lot of guys on YouTube, TikTok, and they're pressure washing the plane.
Never.
And so
No
let's
water.
talk about some of the things that people are doing that they don't know that they should be, and maybe they should be doing.
So when it comes to pressure washers, it's a big no-no within aviation. There are called for times with special training specifically for the pressure washer, but over 95% of the time, you're never going to pull a pressure washer out. I like to kind of say if you see a detailer at an airport pulling out a pressure washer, you probably should shoo them off with a broom. Go on.
Well, they're also using the broom
Yeah.
with the pressure washer.
Yeah, and they're
on the
scrubbing.
plane.
Yes.
So you can grab it
Yeah.
from them, and then brush
Yeah,
it
and they're
off.
dragging their hoses, all across the leading edges, and it's a
Yeah, we saw that the other
nightmare.
day. Yeah.
It's a nightmare. Yeah.
So this is to me, this was such a unique experience the first time we came here because it's not, I even hate to call it a museum. It is like a pristine hangar for historic aviation pieces that still fly. I mean, it's just
Man cave.
Ultimate man
Yeah,
cave.
the ultimate man cave. Yeah.
I'm like, you guys were doing the flight simulator. That'd be super cool to have. I mean, you got orange yelling.
So these guys, they get a lot of stuff. Like right now, we got a lot of teams working on this plane. They get polishing, they get ceramic coating, they get cleaning techniques. There's a lot of stuff. So everything has that avionic take to it. So a couple of really important things there is the safety, looking around, because there's things you can trip on. There's things you can catch in your eye. There's things you can break. There's $1,000 dingly donglies hanging off the side of the plane. If you want to know what a dingle dongly is, you have to come to the actual training and they'll give you the real name.
That's the code word.
That's the code word. Today we're watching dingly donglies.
That's the new safe word. No more
Trying not to
pineapples.
come up with
pineapples.
Dingly dongly.
Yeah, motive.
Yeah.
Well, what I think is cool and that is unique about what you two have brought together, right? You're coming at it from the perspective of a mechanic. You're coming at it from a guy that's been detailing planes since like 07.
Yeah, hard knocks. Yeah.
16 years?
Yeah.
I mean, so we're not talking minor leagues here. We're talking the big leagues with a lot of experience.
No, so like that's what I mean. Like, I would say it's like what I was doing, and then it was like I was like, man, I don't want to go to school to be an A&P because it's gonna take what 2 years of night school,
18 months getting on the school,
Yeah.
or 3 years of OJT, not including your test,
Or-
4,500 questions.
or a pilot. So he literally has all of this. It's like I work for Gulfstream repair stations. I've restored close to 50 warbirds cosmetically. So I'm like, why? And Josh reached out to me, and it was like perfect. It was like, I was like so pumped. I was like, just always been on like my shoulder, like I'm not an A&P, and now like I'm able to like lean on him for a lot of stuff. So it's been a great beneficial.
Good partnership.
That's right.
Or yeah, let's do that. That was a little awkward.
Fist bump, handshake. It's like, what do we do here?
Yeah, dingle dongle. So the coolest part about this is the. I mean, I learn something at every training I go to. I could go to the RoadFS Training Center, or I could go to any training in the automotive and boat space, and every time I go, I learn something. I don't care where I go. But here, there's just so many different things because every single one of these is different. This isn't like, oh, this is a 1998 Mazda Miata, right? This is a experimental, one-off thing. The one behind it, there were 5 ever made in 1951. There are 4 left. I mean,
They still fly.
and they still fly.
That's the biggest thing. They're not static displays. They're airworthy aircraft. We don't do static displays.
And that's what's crazy about it. Every single substrate of every single thing is absolutely unique, whether it's the pre-painted or whether it's the custom thing. This one has some custom sensors on it. And that's what I think is so cool about this is, as Todd Helmuth described it, you don't know. Somebody's not going to call you up and go, hey, I got a 25 Honda. What should I use for the cabinet? Do a test flight. Figure it out. How many times has it been painted? Has it been restored? Is it in flying condition? Is it static? All those kind of things. So a couple of little previews for those of you that want to come to the training. You need to. It's very intensive. Don't be afraid of it. It is just another thing to learn. But the insurance and the safety and the hazards, I think, are immense when it comes to airplanes because there's so many different moving parts and you're underneath of them. Like with a car, you don't really ever lay down under and clean the belly of the car like you do a plane.
And the other thing too is I always look at it. He's like, oh my god, it's so big. It's like it doesn't matter if it's a car or plane. You're only focusing on spot this big color.
Yeah.
Next one. You just have more next spots.
How do you eat an elephant? Right at a time.
Well, the big takeaway for me today, especially walking around with Escalada and Jorge from Puerto Rico, I'm listening and being part of the conversation in Spanish, right? And one of the things, like, we were over on the T-41, and we were going through the language of planes, right? And it's completely different, right? Leading edge, and aileron, the letters, and, all that stuff. And Luis was like, man, how am I going to get all this? I go, do you want to do it again? He goes, no, I'll go home and do some homework, right?
Yeah.
There's a lot to know. Not only know in the detailing and care and preservation in some cases, but how to communicate with your clientele, because your clientele is completely different.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. And I think that is, by the way, he likes to say everything is just so we can roll his R's like that. Sounds good. We're also here with Richard Hutchins from the UK, so I don't have to do that one. And then we got Paulo from Canada. I can't do his because he's from Portugal, but that's
And
actually
we got the Texas accent.
yeah, the Texas. It's very unique because Richard is the first person from the UK that has gone through this training. He's taken it very seriously.
Very proud of him.
Paulo is going to be one of the only ones in Canada, I think.
Second, and then Jorge's the first in Puerto Rico.
Yeah, so we've got 3 really big deals of this training is going out worldwide.
International, baby.
Officially international. Well, we were on the February course. We got the first Canadian, but now we're overseas.
Yeah, you're full overseas, and so I think that's really awesome because there's going to be some different unique things that people see over there, but same concepts. It's an airplane. It's an airplane.
Absolutely.
Well, we're super excited. Thank you again for inviting Rod and I to come down and join and watch, participate. I mean, we're kind of participating this time, but
I got my hands dirty a couple times this week already.
yeah,
Thank
you
you.
I
did.
started
But
my
you were-
AMP certification. I got the first.
You log it?
I'll sign you up right now.
I got my first 3.5 minutes of my 3 years. So
Yeah, so anyway, well, you heard that generator kick on. That means they want us to get off the air so they can get to work. So we will take you guys
All right,
next
guys.
time.
See you later.
See you.
You missed my hero.